Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to the creative soul, where the gentle wisdom of the willow guides a young sapling on her journey of resilience and self-discovery. This story is inspired by an experience I myself had in the swimming pool today. I'm Ellie, your guide, and I'm so grateful you're here. I hope this story encourages you, just as the river encourages Aspen to stay true to her own pace and grow stronger with each challenge. If the story resonates with you, I'd be honoured if you could like, comment, and share with your community to help empower more souls on their journey. So let's begin. The Sapling's Journey. Once upon a time, in a peaceful grove by a flowing river, there lived a small sapling named Aspen. Though she was still young and small, Aspen had big dreams. She wanted to grow tall and strong, just like the great trees around her. Each day the warm sunlight kissed her leaves, and the cool breeze whispered to her, but the river always called to her. It was wide and fast, and Aspen longed to cross it. One morning, as the sun peeked over the horizon, Aspen decided that today was the day. She was going to swim across the river. She had watched the older trees' reflections shimmer in the water, and she knew that she could do it too. Aspen took a deep breath and stepped into the river. The water was cool and swift, but Aspen was determined. She paddled with her tiny leaves pushing forward, but the current was strong, and she quickly found herself struggling. Each time that she thought she was making progress, the river seemed to pull her backward. The struggle felt endless, and for a moment Aspen thought about giving up. She clung to a rock at the edge of the river, her small body trembling. That's when she heard a familiar, calm voice from the shore. The winds of challenge are never meant to stop you. They are meant to test your roots, to help you grow stronger, said Wise Willow, the grand willow tree who watched over the grove. With Wise Willow's words in her heart, Aspen took another deep breath and pushed forward, feeling her roots grow deeper into the earth, strengthening her resolve. She could feel herself becoming stronger with each stroke. She might not be moving fast, but she was moving. Slowly, steadily, Aspen crossed the river. As she reached the middle of the river, Aspen noticed something unsettling. Another sapling was gliding swiftly beside her, moving so quickly that it made Aspen feel slow. The other sapling passed her, and then another one followed. Aspen felt a wave of frustration rise inside her. Why couldn't she swim as fast as them? The river does not ask the fish to swim at the same speed as the eagle flies, came the wise voice again. The current does not race, it simply flows, and so should you. Aspen remembered that she was not racing anyone. She was simply swimming for herself. Her own journey was hers alone, and her pace was for where she was right now. She let go of her frustration and returned to her rhythm. Her strokes became smoother, more confident, and she realized the other saplings weren't her competition. They were just following their own current. Just as a tree does not rush to grow, neither should you rush through life. You are exactly where you need to be, Wise Willow whispered. As Aspen swam, the water became calmer, and she found herself reflecting on her journey. She had made progress, but the frustrations and distractions of the other saplings had almost made her give up. For a moment she had allowed their speed to cloud her own path. Aspen paused in the water, letting the current carry her gently. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath, letting go of all the tension in her little leaves. In the stillness, she felt something shift inside her. Clarity. She was doing this for herself, and she would finish this journey no matter how long it took. In the stillness of your breath, you find the strength to continue. When you pause, you open the door to new possibilities, Wise Willow said with a knowing smile. Aspen opened her eyes, feeling calm and at peace. She resumed her swim, knowing that the journey was just as important as the destination. The next challenge came when Aspen encountered another swimmer. This one was much larger, more powerful, and as Aspen reached the end of the river, the swimmer tried to overtake her, splashing water all around her. Aspen felt a jolt of anxiety and frustration. Why was he being so aggressive? Didn't he see that she was trying her best? Aspen almost wanted to complain, but then she remembered the lessons from the Wise Willow. She realized that the swimmer had his own journey, his own goals, and perhaps he didn't realize how his actions were affecting her. It wasn't about him, it was about how she responded. Aspen let go of her irritation and allowed the swimmer to pass, understanding that everyone had their own pace and struggles. A leaf does not judge the wind for how it blows. It simply moves with the breeze, and in doing so, it finds its way, Wise Willow reminded her. Aspen smiled and kept swimming, feeling lighter, knowing that her response was her choice. After what felt like an eternity of swimming, Aspen finally reached the other side of the river. She had done it! She had crossed the river just as she had dreamed. Though she was small, her heart swelled with pride. Looking at the journey behind her, she realized how much she had grown, not just in strength, but in patience, in understanding, and compassion. She had faced challenges and temptations to give up, but she had stayed true to herself and her goal. Every drop of water that fills the ocean began as a single drop. Celebrate your journey, for it is yours alone. Wise Willow's voice echoed in her heart. Aspen stood tall, her leaves rustling gently in the breeze. She had made it. As Aspen looked across the river, she saw the other saplings who had swum faster and arrived before her. For a moment, she felt a twinge of jealousy, but then she realized something important. Their journey wasn't hers, and her journey wasn't theirs. It wasn't about being first or fastest. It was about completing the journey in her own way. The Wise Willow appeared in her thoughts again, and with a gentle smile spoke. The greatest race is not against others, but the one within. When you release the need to compare, you unlock your truest power. Aspen nodded. She had come this far by staying true to herself, and that was enough. The race was over, and she had won her own victory. And so, as Aspen continued to grow, she was still small, but with each passing day she grew taller and stronger. The river would always be there, but so would the wisdom of the Wise Willow, the lessons, the resilience, patience, self-compassion, and staying true to her own path would guide her through every challenge that came her way. And Aspen knew that no matter where the current of life took her, she was ready, because she had learned to trust herself, to stay grounded, and to flow with the rhythm of her own journey. Thank you for listening. Remember, you are worthy and you are always enough, just as you are.